I want to address a few things, common things, questions I've been getting, and things I've noticed. Okay, one of them is on getting up to the knees and how we end up positioning our body so we're more on the person's center line as opposed to ending up perpendicular to them. So the old school way of coming up to our knees would be to scissor our legs like this, right? And come up onto that outside leg. If I do that, I'm going to end up perpendicular to the guy, or more at a 45, and he's going to be able to circle real quick and get hip to hip with me. Matt, can I borrow you again? So if I'm working with Matt here, we're doing the move, and I'm doing everything right, and I want to come up more on his center line, right? Well, when I bridge up here, even if I bring the leg under like we're supposed to, but now I go here, now he just turns and he's hip to hip. And I ruined my chance to be on the center line like I'm trying to do. So we actually drive towards the bottom leg. When I come here, I'm going to drive towards this leg. So I end up on his center line. I'm not trying to come up over here. Wait on me. I want to try to come up more in here, the same line that he's on. To address a couple other things here. One is as we're hip escaping, they start to follow us. Keep their knee connected and follow our hips by circling. Right, so I'm going here. Well, I'm not able to get that angle now, right? But he does give me the guard recovery. So you have to feel, where's the path of least resistance? Yeah, I don't have the ability to move the hips where I need to go to the knees at that point, but he's walking right into my guard. I just switched directions, right? I was here, moving, now I reverse it, bring the leg through, lock him up in the guard. One more time. He's following. Remember what I talked about earlier, making him give me the energy I need to do the move. I'm just going to go with that energy. I'm not going to fight against it. If he's still circling there, I'm not going to continue circles and keep going in circles. Have to take the path of least resistance. The problem is we'll get a specific technique we want to work on in our brain, and we bang our head into the wall, do it over. Oh, but I want to do that technique coach showed. And there's 5 other techniques staring you right in the face that would be 10 times easier to do because you're getting the proper feed to do them. If you don't have the proper feed to do the technique, always take the path of least resistance and move on. Switch to something else. Come back to that other thing some other time or when the opportunity is right. The only way you're going to learn when the opportunity is right is by trying over and over and over. Okay? Lastly, I had a question on YouTube about, and the guys here, we're doing the technique. They wanted to know what would prevent the guy from trying to go to mount from here. Okay, as I'm moving away, him trying to go to mount. Well, a couple things. One, to go to mount properly, I need to be flattened out. If he tries to go to mount from here, he's pretty much going to have to step over, right? If he steps over, it gives me a ton of room to reposition my guard. Or, for the sake of argument, let's say he is able to somehow catch me off guard, step all the way over. See this space here? Tie move where you can see. My elbow stayed inside, right? Now I have a bunch of options. One, I can push that down and feed it to my leg. Two, I can just move and reposition. Again, too much space for him to properly mount me. But the most common one that's gonna happen is if he tries to step over for mount, he just gives me so much room. If I just move my hip, I'm gonna be able to stop it right out the gate. I would really have to be sleeping here or get flattened out first, and now he takes the mount. But as long as I remain on my side here, go ahead and mount. It should be pretty difficult for the guy to control your hips enough to mount. You would literally have to sit here and not move in order to get mounted.